What is up, everybody? So today were the closing arguments in Donald Trump's civil fraud trial. CNN just posted an article about it, and let's go over it. It is also linked in the description below. Takeaways from the closing arguments in the $370 million Donald Trump civil fraud trial. The article states, Donald Trump brought the campaign trial to the courthouse during closing arguments of his $370 million New York civil fraud trial on Thursday, which was earlier today, delivering campaign speeches both inside and outside of the courtroom to attack the case against him and the Attorney General who brought it against him. Trump's decision to launch into a monologue at the conclusion of his lawyer's closing arguments reflected the fact that the civil fraud trial is a serious threat to Donald Trump's business and brand. The New York Attorney General is seeking to bar Donald Trump from doing business in the state of New York. That would be huge, as well as how Trump is eager to take advantage of the situation as he runs for president. The judge has already found Trump is liable for fraud in the civil case, and he plans to issue a full decision by the end of the month. Trump finds a way to be heard in court. So over the last couple of days, Trump was expected to be heard in court, but he had to respond to judges' conditions by a certain time, which he ended up not doing. So the judge issued another statement saying that he didn't expect to hear from Donald Trump today. But it states that Donald Trump found a way to be heard anyway. The former president effectively delivered the same speech in multiple locations on Thursday. Notably, the most important time he gave his speech was where there were no cameras inside the courtroom. They didn't have cameras, but I don't know if this was actually caught or not, but there was times there was audio. You could have listened to parts of the trial, at least on CNN. They had audio portions of the trial. This was a political witch hunt, Trump said while speaking in an unscheduled courtroom moment. What's happening here is a fraud on me. Just before breaking for lunch at about 2:55 p.m., Trump's attorney renewed his request to give Trump 2 to 3 minutes to make his case directly to the judge. The judge addressed Trump, asking if he promised to just comment on the facts in the case. I think this case goes outside of just the facts, Donald Trump responded, taking the opening to launch into a 5-minute speech from the defense table. We have a situation where I'm an innocent man. I've been persecuted by somebody running for office, and I think you have to go outside the bounds. The judge sat back for several minutes, letting Trump go on before interrupting him to tell him he was running short on time. 1 minute, that's all I'm saying, said the judge. You have your own agenda. I understand that, Trump replied. Please keep control of your client, the judge responded. Trump continued briefly, Your Honor, look, I did nothing wrong, he said. They should pay me for what we had to go through, what they've done to me reputationally, and everything else. Trump's closing argument speech mimicked his testimony when the Attorney General called him as a witness, where the judge tried and eventually gave up trying to get Trump to answer questions directly and not give political speeches. That's pretty big. So Donald Trump did end up finding a way to speak in court. The judge said yes, then said no when Trump wouldn't agree to conditions. But then today, Trump spoke anyway. It's going to be extremely interesting to see what the judge says. Let me know what you think. What do you think of Donald Trump getting the chance to speak today in court? What do you think of what he said? And what do you think the judge is going to do in this case? Let me know. Leave some comments below. I hope you're having a good day, and I will see you again soon.